Halo, cek 1 2 3. Harusnya udah mulai sih ya. Bentar. Nah, oke. Ohayo sekai, ohayo minasan, Graverso di sini menemani kalian di pagi hari. Ya, sebenarnya di stream yang kali ini gue jujur nggak tahu sih mau ngapain. Kayak mau tidur sulit, tapi gue baru ingat juga gue masih ada sisa kerjaan gitu. Dan sebenarnya gue hari ini nggak ada kerjaan, tapi ya daripada ditumpuk ya kan ke hari besoknya, mending gue kelarin sekarang. Betul nggak? Betul. Ya, basically kita di stream ini apalah ngobrol-ngobrol santai aja sambil nonton-nonton video random. Tuh ya gitulah pokoknya intinya. Sambil gue ngerjain apa yang kudu gue kerjain, sisa dari yang semalam. Karena masih banyak kerjaan gue sebenarnya, tapi gak apa-apa sih, aman lah kalau sambil nge-streaming doang mah. Yeah, anyway, pagi Riza, welcome to the stream. Ini seharusnya suara gue aman kan, musiknya pun juga nggak nutup banget lah dan cukup calming untuk menemani pagi kita kali ini. Hey guys, ini sebelum gue mulai kerja, basa-basi dikit lah dulu ya kan. Definitely not procrastinating ya guys ya. How you guys think about my new Fugi? Kalau gue pribadi sih gue suka sih ya. I mean, look at it bro, man, he is so meme. Sumpah gue demen banget anjir sama art style nih orang yang padahal ini dari Pikreo loh. Gue bukan ngekomis atau gimana. Sebenarnya pengen sih ngekomis, cuman kan ya belum ada duitnya ser. Ini kalau mungkin lu pada ada yang pengen juga punya apa Pikreo yang sama kayak gua. Ini ada template-nya deh. Created by kreatornya di mana ya? Lupa gua. Sumpah gue lupa jir cara nyari artisnya. Bentar. Pokoknya di sini yang paling atas. Ini. Allahu Akbar. This image is mainly intended for use with SNS icon. Aduh mampus gua. Apparently. Fuck. Bau-baunya kedepannya gue nggak bisa make ini. Shit. Oke. Gua nggak merhatiin banget lagi. Fuck. Personal dan komersial, nggak boleh dipakai komersial apalagi di processing. Sedangkan gue edit dikit ini. Aduh sembarangan. Fuck me man. This image is mainly intended for use with SNS icons. Well gimana ya, to be honest gue makainya nih ya cuma buat jadi gini doang, nggak ada gue pakai buat apapun gitu loh. Is it really not allowed man? Fuck. Ini katanya wholly forbid the reproduction of my work without permission. Well, bawanya gue emang harus apa sih? Emang harus nyari orang buat ngegambarin PNG gue. Oke, never mind. Izin ya bang, pakai bang PNG-nya. Soalnya PNG-nya bagus banget loh. Jujur, ini sejujurnya nih gue, bagus banget gambarnya. Dan gue pengen banget dari artis yang bisa gambar dengan style kayak gini loh. Susah banget jir nyarinya, gak nemu gue. biar nggak bosan banget sambil nonton koceng deh. Ya kayak yang gue bilang tadi, gue sambil kerja ya. Kalian kalau juga lagi siap-siap, I don't know, baru kelar subuhan mungkin, atau masih tadarusan, atau udah mau siap-siap kerja even, ya siapkanlah dengan baik. Jangan lupa mandi, jangan lupa peregangan dikit lah baru bangun pagi hari kan. Masa apa baru mulai hari udah encok-encok ya, ya guys ya kayaknya. Bentar, gue harus ada yang gue setting dulu nih. Tough, kaget gue. Gimana ya gue enak settingnya ya? Ini window kerjaan gue. Nah, gini nih, pas. Jangan dong, ini masih muda masa udah encok-encok. Lah kirain tidur, kagak. Gue masih ada sisa kerjaan, nggak bisa tidur gue. Badan ini nggak izinin gue tidur sebelum kelar kerjaan gue. Soalnya hari ini gue nggak ada shift. Makanya jadi biar nggak ada ditumpuk-tumpuk kerjaan lagi, udahlah mending gue kelarin aja hari ini semua sisa kerjaan gue kemarin. Dan apparently kerjaan yang suruh ini timestamp video yang sangat maskulin. Abis gue gak tahu mau nonton apa jir. Nonton yang apa? Yang family friendly dikit. Konten yang gue serap tuh kurang family friendly masalahnya. Mending nonton kucing. Bener gak? Lucu banget kucing. Scottish Fold. Kok bisa sih kucing punya kuping sekecil itu loh. Cimit tuh. Cimit. Semoy. Tadi gue mau buka apa? Pindahin sini dulu. Apa? Gue mau cari apa sih? Lupa gue. Ya kerjaan, tapi lulus ya. Wes. Jangan buka di sini. Hampir ya. Ngelik kerjaan. Iya. Jangan ya guys ya. Izin sambil mimir ya boleh. Ya buat yang apparently baru mau tidur juga, ya silahkan. ini gue temenin kok. Gue temenin sampai kelar gue kerjaannya. BTW kalau misalnya gue nggak terlalu kebaca chat dari kalian, anggap aja gue lagi fokus sama kerjaan gue ya, lagi login gitu. Karena ini emang bener-bener login banget gue buat kelarin. Males anjing numpuk-numpuk kerjaan. Miau. Gembul anjing, gemoy. Enaknya jadi kucing jam 12 siang main, 12.15 tidur. Gua jam 1 meeting, bangsat, meeting harian. I think I'm missing something. Apa ya? Oh iya. I'm missing you. Wah. Help doing laundries, sure. Very helping ya. Kucing. Hanging around in the kitchen. Lucu banget ngeongnya. Gemoy. Gue jadi kangen kucing gue.
Hey Google, turn off all the lights.
Gemes banget. Coba apa lagi yang bisa kita sambil lihat-lihat? Oh ya, kalian pernah nggak sih nonton apa video orang mandiin kucing gitu? Coba nama channelnya ini kok sana. Girl with the Dog saya. Lupa dah harus nonton ini. Mana ya? Biggie small. Mana ya? Girl with Dogs Biggie Small. Nih.
I'd call this a roast.
Lucu banget
This
anjir.
cat would probably eat it. He is so large and in charge that he had to make his entrance twice. This is Biggie Smalls, the 7-year-old domestic shorthair,
Gembrot banget
and he's
anjing.
about to get seasoned, marinated, and roasted.
Okay, let's weigh you. Stay there. Do the flop.
Karung.
35 pounds, 10 ounces. You have a big chunky cat. Now we gotta do your brush out. You really don't like me. It's okay. Okay, can I pick you up? It's more of a question for me than it is for you. Okay.
Kucing udah kayak karung beras anjing.
The good news is there are no mice that need to be worried at Biggie's house.
You don't want your belly being touched? You're very mad about it. Can I brush it? Nope. Okay.
Galak.
Are you gonna be a nice kitty? Oh, no you're not. You just scratched me. He mad.
I am bathing him today in Nasty Critter, and I don't think I need to explain
Car
why.
wash.
I don't know you. I don't like you. Can we go for a bath maybe? Okay. I have my concerns about being able to bathe you. You're a feisty big cat. Can we not look over the edge? Something tells me you wouldn't make it if you tried to jump. Good boy, please don't do any fancy movements. Lay down. You like laying down. I could not clip this cat's nails before the bath, so hopefully it doesn't try to kill me. Good kitty. Oh, you're still whipping that tail. We're not happy. No. Good kitty. You be a nice boy. Don't get crazy. Rinsing him might be the bigger issue. I don't want you to bite me. You may not jump.
Gede banget anjir.
You may not jump. He's mad. Don't look at me like that. That's what I didn't want to happen. No. It's okay. It's okay. Can we calm down so I can rinse you, please? We really don't like being here. Oh. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Gotta rinse you with this because you're scared of the water. I know, I'm trying to go quick. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Well, I'm trying to do this as fast as possible now. No, no. It's okay. It's okay. I'm trying to go fast. I'm trying to go fast, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. Okay.
I know I should ease up on my insults, because Biggie already
kan,
has
gede
more
banget
than
kan.
enough on his
Udah kayak
plate.
Tronton
You see,
anjing.
Biggie
Bukan
is a
kucing
rescue.
ini.
And when he first went to his foster family, he weighed a whopping 43 pounds.
It's okay.
Thanks to Ferdinand and Friends Rescue, he was placed with a determined foster parent who has currently helped Biggie to lose 8 pounds. But don't get too excited. Biggie is not available for adoption because he is a foster fail. Ferdinand and Friends is a small registered nonprofit animal rescue that was started by 2 Canadian Armed Forces veterans. They specialize in animals that need extra support and are at high risk of euthanasia. If you'd like to learn more about this rescue and follow Biggie's weight loss journey, I've linked their socials below for you.
Doesn't really do much. I'm gonna brush. Paint me like one of your French girls. That's what he looks like right now. Good boy. We did not give you a proper bath, but you really didn't like it. Like the brush? Oh, now he's purring.
Tronton.
Okay, we need to roll you onto the other side. Can you roll on the other side for me? Oh, don't get mad. Oh, okay.
Ngomel.
This is a nice brush. We like the brush over here. He does not like it on his back end. Probably got some arthritis. Yay. It's really cute though. Make you smell like a cucumber?
After his groom, I attempted to help him exercise, but Biggie clearly had other plans. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe or follow button for more chonky cat videos. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the blubbery Biggie.
This is the bad cat.
Hello? Hi. Hello. Hello, Matsi. Come on.
Ini karung beras juga nih tapi hitam.
You are quite matted, but I think it's superficial matting. And you are itchy. Itchy girl. No, we're not going to jump down. We're going to stay where we are. Today we are grooming Matsi. She is domestic long hair, and she has a little bit of matting, so she's being brought in today to hopefully be able to get that matting brushed out instead of shaved, but the owner did give me the go-ahead to shave her in case I have to. So let's see what we can do. And I am going to try and comb out this back end using my cat comb. To me, it seems like a bunch of shedding hair that the cat is having a difficult time removing, so I do think it's going to slide right out of her. I don't think that this is the kind of matting that needs to be shaved. So, we shall save this coat today, I think anyways. If there are any spots that I think are a little bit too dense, then I will shave them out. I'm told that Matsi is a very calm and friendly cat, and she is used to being bathed, so hopefully all goes well today. She most definitely needs a bath today. I can tell how dry her skin is. But she also peed in her carrier, so she smells very horribly of urine. No, I did not clip her nails yet, and the reason why is because the owner told me she is very friendly and does not scratch or bite, and clipping her nails might cause her a little bit of stress. Most cats don't like having their nails clipped, so I'm going to see how she does first with being brushed out, because that's what really needs to be done, and then I will clip her nails before I bathe her. The owner wanted to know how she could better maintain this back end without having to shave her cat. So you need to invest in one of these cat de-shedding combs. They are available online. I will link where to get them in the description. These combs are really great at brushing out matting, but if you use a slicker brush, such as the Chris Christensen brush, and then use a comb like this, and do that at least once a week, you will prevent this type of matted buildup here. Superficial matting like this is my favorite to work with because it comes out so easily and the cat feels so nice afterwards, and I love not having to shave them. It's very, very satisfying. Look at that, it's so nice already. You're doing good. Good girl, Matzi.
Sumpah lihat kucing dikasih kayak apa ya?
For those of you who
Penutup kepala itu
don't
lucu banget
know,
anjir.
I just recently launched my first podcast. Hey, where are you going?
Banyak ketombe
The
anjir kucing.
podcast is called Talk Your Tail Off. It's available on YouTube or wherever you watch your podcasts. And yes, it is about me, obviously. It's about pets. But it's also about entrepreneurship, content creation. And it's just meant to be very inspirational and fun. So if you are interested, you can head over to that channel to subscribe. And thank you in advance for your support.
Iya, kelihatannya kayak
A lot of
ketombe.
people
Sama
ask me
enggak, itu dibungkus kepala itu
why
biar
I shave
biar
so many
lebih
double-coated
tenang aja sih
cats when I
kucingnya.
try to save double-coated dogs. The reality is if you have a dog, your dog is going to be outside a lot and enjoying the weather. And most people that bring their cats to get groomed do not have outdoor cats. Most people have indoor cats. So does your cat need its double coat to protect them from the sun and to regulate their body temperature? Not exactly, because they are rarely, if ever, outside. So if someone is finding maintaining their cat to be difficult, or their cat gets regularly matted, and they would prefer to shave it, it's a lot less damaging for the animal than if you are to shave a double-coated dog. I also find that double-coated cats grow back just fine. You can look at Mayonnaise, for example. His hair grows back every single time to its full glory, where a lot of the times when you
barusan
shave
bilang tadi
double-coated
kenapa
dogs,
biar
their hair never grows
biar
back in the
kucingnya
same.
lebih tenang
So
sih.
cats are
Makanya
definitely a little bit
ditutup
different
gitu
than dogs
kepalanya.
when it comes to shaving their
Sama biar
coat.
nggak jadi galak gitu.
She is purring this entire time. I know you guys probably can't hear it because it's a very, very low purr. I couldn't hear it at first either, but it's very cute. Okay, look at that. Nice and clean, brushed out. See, that was very, very quick for me to brush all of this out. Yeah,
lucu
good
anjir
kitty, good
pakai gitu.
Matzi. Okay, now I shall clip your nails.
Anteng banget kucingnya sumpah.
Good girl,
Coba kanjeng.
good girl.
Kanjeng dimandiin aja ngereok anjir.
Okay, so she has what appears to be 2 claws on this foot, but one of them is not a normal cat claw. I don't
Silkar.
know if it can be clipped. I don't know if it's a growth. So I am not going to clip it because I have no idea if it's safe to clip. Okay, and she has another
Yeah, actually good
growth on
idea
this
sih ditutupin pala
pad
gitu.
as well. That is weird. All right. Okay, and you have them on this paw as well. So I think these are called something, if I'm not mistaken. I do believe that they can be clipped, but still, nonetheless, I'm not going to go ahead and do that, just in case. Okay. Now I am going to fill up her bathtub with some warm soapy water. Let's see what happens. Hopefully she does not panic.
Ikut aja diundur-undur. Gue bisa lihat itu di kanjeng sih.
Good girl. It's okay. It's okay. Good girl. Please don't pee in the tub, okay? Because I won't be able to tell if you do. And then I'll be bathing you in your pee, and that would be kind of gross. You're gonna smell better after this, because right now you smell like pee-pee. You smell like pee.
Bau
you pee?
pipis.
No. We must stay. You're a very sweet cat. Very good girl. Good girl. No, no, no. Must stay. No. I have to use this Chubb's bar because she has some really dry skin, and it usually helps a lot with removing the dry skin. No, you gotta stay. Yeah, you're being good, I know. Okay, if you want to come out of the tub now, you can, and I can finish your bath outside of the tub. If she handles this rinse well and she doesn't panic, then I will add some conditioner and rinse that out as well, because I think that'll help her skin. But only if she's okay with the rinsing. Otherwise, it might really stress her out to have to do it again. Good girl. Nope. Nope, you gotta stay. No, you gotta stay. Good girl. You are a very calm cat. Much appreciated.
Ada wali hitam.
Okay, since you did really well for that, let's go ahead and give you some de-shedding conditioner. I'm just going to add that straight to the coat, focusing more on her back end than anywhere else. What a good cat. A+.
Jadi kecil ekornya.
I don't know why, but I have been very blessed with some really incredibly well-behaved cats lately. They have all been awesome.
Mana WhatsApp? Gua WhatsApp. Kayak pakai kerudung. Ladita ini.
Good girl. Okay. All right. It's time to dry you off. I am going to start her dry on the table because of how good she's being,
WA gua anjir.
and see how she handles the dryer. Because it's a lot easier for me to dry
Mana nomor bos
cats
gua anjing?
on the table versus in the rage cage, because I am so short and my arms are so short. Sometimes I find it difficult to reach into the rage cage because it's so wide to reach the cats, because they typically hide in the corners of the cage. So since she is so calm, I will try her on the table first, and then if that doesn't go well, I'll put her in the rage cage. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see
One
what
down,
happens.
two to go. Kerjaan gua. Tadi gua buka yang mana? Oh iya. Dontol ya. Kasihan mojok gitu. Gila, buntel banget, buntel.
I know I gave Oliver the cat the title of the best cat that I have ever groomed in my career, but we are changing that and giving that title to Mutsi because she let me
Iya,
blow dry her
mekar
all
lagi.
over. I even flipped her on her back and blow dried her belly and her legs, and most cats don't let me do those types of things. She does not complain once. No hissing, no swatting, no scratching. She is an angel.
The car
You
is
are an
round.
angel, Mutsi. So now we must brush her out fully all over with both the brush and the comb. And then I am going to shave her sanitary as well as shave her belly just to make it a little bit easier for her owner to maintain at home. And she'll be good. Oops. Good girl. She is whipping her tail, but that's about all she does when she doesn't like something. She is purring. I find it very funny that she purrs
Gila,
when I'm
bulunya
brushing her out.
rontok semua. Damn, she's purring.
You showing me your belly? You're a good girl.
Ini gue ketawanya gak kerjaan gue anjir. Gue kocak banget. What the fuck?
So she is shedding like crazy. The de-shedding comb and slicker brush are only doing so much, so I had to grab the equi groomer as well. Safe to say that she really likes brushing. The equi groomer usually doesn't do this great of a job when it comes to long-haired cats, but I find it really depends on the individual cat. She is a long hair, but it's also kind of a in-between long and short. It's doing an amazing job on her coat right now. I think I could de-shed you for days. I just
Iya
never
kayak
stop.
Jin gak tuh?
You're a very sweet cat. Okay, let's turn you and do the other side.
Astagfirullahalazim. Dikagetin ads gua nggak tuh? Gila banget cok. Di browser gua satu lagi buat kerjaan di jumpscare sama ads gua. Kucing kepalanya emang nggak boleh dimandiin. Gua lupa alasannya kenapa. Emang cuma badannya doang yang boleh dimandiin.
Yeah, roll over. Good kitty. You are so funny.
Ini orang jelek banget gambarnya anjir.
Funny. Girl, stay. Okay, let me shave your sanitary.
Dicukur.
Give you a good brush on your head, quick. You're a very sweet cat.
Iya,
I feel
anteng
like I
banget
could brush
kucingnya.
you for days. Holy. Spritz. All right. Ready to go back in your house? Thanks for watching. And I'll see you again in a few days.
Udah pulang sayang,
Goodbye,
pulang.
Betsy. So today I
Ini
am
apa,
grooming
dikelihatannya kucing
George
galak nih.
and Lucifer. Hopefully Lucifer does not live up to his name. These are two extremely matted cats that are here for an emergency groom. Stay tuned to see their incredible before and after because I know that they're both going to feel a lot better. Hello, Lucifer.
Lucifer banget
Can
namanya
you be
anjing, what the fuck?
bright? Oh dear. Hi. Hello, Lucifer. Want some? Put on your lips? No, no bribing. Lucifer is pretty badly matted, but honestly, it seems like the worst of his matting is up here. He is not a seriously obese cat, so I'm surprised that he's not grooming himself. And he is a domestic long hair, so he doesn't have a pushed in face or anything like that, so he should be able to clean himself. So I don't know if he's hiding underneath something at home and his back is rubbing up against something, but it's like a solid cast all the way down here. Lucifer has apparently been groomed before, and the person who dropped the cats off is confident that he's going to be okay. It's the other cat that she's not entirely sure about. So I'm
dikagetin
gonna
sama
go
X
in with a
lagi.
10.
Bang, gua udah tua bang, udah mau kepala 3, gua jangan dikagetin terus.
Hi.
Astaga.
Now, before you guys start
Sumpah,
with comments on the video,
iklan Google Chrome gede banget anjing.
I would just want to point out that
YouTube di Google Chrome.
sometimes when I groom these animals, they're not even brought in by the owner. Sometimes they are brought in by other people who know that the animal needs help. Sometimes there's situations where the owners are sick. You know, I had a situation where an owner was very sick with cancer. That's not these cats, but it's happened before. And the animal just went unnoticed and uncared for during that time because there was some really serious things going on and they were in really poor shape and needed emergency help. And it wasn't because the owner didn't love the animal. You know, sometimes things just happen. So we have to do our best to be kind in these situations. In this situation, somebody else brought these cats in for care to help another person out. And I'm just really happy that they're here and they're going to get the care that they need. And that's really all that matters. Something tells me you're going to be an easy one. Oh, I forgot to clip your nails first. That was not intelligent of me.
Ya kan, saking tebelnya anjir.
Probably should have done that. She did say that they don't like having their nails done though, so maybe it would be best if I didn't. We'll see. So far he's being really good, and this is the worst of his matting here, is on his back.
Sometimes I shave in reverse and sometimes I shave with the direction of the coat. It just depends on the cat. Both ways are completely fine to shave a cat. You get a smoother finish when you shave in reverse, and it is more commonly used, shaving in reverse, when working on cats. Look at that. Solid matte, but it came off really nice and easy. Okay, you want me to scratch this now? Because that's got to feel real good. Oh, good boy. Yeah.
Lucifer botak.
You'll notice patches of missing fur, and that's just where the matting started to actually rip the hair out from the skin. It has nothing to do with the way the cat's been shaved. Holy moly, the dry skin on you. You definitely need a good bath.
Surprisingly, Lucifer anteng.
You be a good boy. Oh. Oh. Oh, your tail. It's a little bit matted. Can I see your leg? Is that allowed?
Okay.
Good boy. Okay, good boy. It's okay. It's okay. No, don't walk away. It's all right. You have some matting under your chin here. Let me shape that out right here. So far I don't see any fleas, which is good.
Gila, ini nyukur kucing atau nyukur domba anjing, kagak kelar-kelar
I
nyukur.
you feel really good all over here. Okay, you got some matting under there. Hopefully your brother is as good as you, buddy. So he still has some matting on his back legs, but it seems when I touch them, he's going to move around. So I'm going to put him in the happy hoodie and try to clip his nails first. So for cats, you typically want to use an extra small happy hoodie. It just fits them the most snug. If you have a cat, for example, like a Maine Coon, you might want to get a small because the extra small might be too small.
Maine Coon.
Can I see your nails? Good boy.
Siapa namanya? Oh ya.
So she said he doesn't like having his nails clipped, but you can see how the happy hoodie just
down,
kind of made him give up on life, which is very convenient.
Nyesel gue nge-streaming pagi-pagi buat kerjaan. Betul anjing, lu kalau mau cepet kerjaan lu harus sambil streaming. Noted.
And I was going to cancel these appointments,
apapun, gue coba streaming.
I looked at the messages and remembered that it was very matted cats, and I thought, I'm just going to pop some Advil and get them done because they can't wait much longer. So it is what it is. I know you guys noticed the color difference in my cameras. That is due to the lighting in my shop, and as I move, the GoPro lighting kind of changes.
3 jam lagi anjing videonya. Allahu Akbar.
Still not a fan. All right, let's do this.
Oh my head.
Okay, buddy. You're doing really good.
Kayak permen. I hope this never ends. Sakit dadaku, ku mulai merindu. Ku bayangkan jika kamu tidur di sampingku di malam yang penuh.
Okay, fine.
Bukan
All of
matamu,
this hair here is not
bayangkan
matted, so I can give him a
ada
line
di
cut today.
pelukanku.
Fortunately, the worst of his matting was just on
Sakit
his back.
dadaku,
I am going to
kau
bring
mulai
him for a bath
merindu.
now, but first I
Ku
need to
bayangkan
warm up the
jika
water for
kamu
him in the
tidur di
bathtub
sampingku,
before I put him
di
in there.
malam yang
So hopefully he
semu,
just stays here nice and
pejamkan
calm
matamu.
while I do that.
Ku bayangkan
Moment of
jika
truth.
kamu tidur tetero-tetotet,
Good cat.
terteret-retotet,
Good kitty. Good boy.
terteret-retotet,
Yeah, good boy.
terteret-retotet.
Oh, good boy. Good boy, Lucifer.
Good
What
boy,
a sweet
Lucifer.
cat. I don't know how I get so lucky with all these good cats. I swear to God, it's not intentional. Maybe people just know that their cat can or can't handle this. She did tell me that she was unsure that I would be able to bathe the other cat, so we will see how shaving the other cat goes
Mampus, gua
first.
video 3 jam,
You're
apa
a
yang mau gua
sweetheart.
cari, anjing?
You want to stay here with me? Would you like my dogs? Probably not.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar,
Why are you so
anjing.
sweet? Hi. Yeah, you're a good boy.
Aduh, oke.
You're
It's
a
gonna be
really good
long.
boy. But now we gotta rinse you down. I know. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Oh. Okay, it's over, it's over, it's over. It really is. When filming cats on my own, it's really quite difficult to get good angles because I can't really adjust the camera. You really should have two hands on a cat at all time when you're working on them. It's a lot easier when I'm doing dogs. So in case you're ever wondering why the camera angle isn't great or maybe the color isn't great, it's because I don't really have time or the ability to adjust it when I'm filming by myself. See, like this is even hard, and I have two. Okay, I'm wrapping you like a burrito. We're getting out of here. You accept bribes? Not a chance. Lucifer is dry. He is waiting patiently in the crate for his finished groom. I figured I'd give him a break, and then maybe he'll be a little bit more calm, even though he was very calm for everything, pretty much, for when I need to finish off his grooming. Now I am going to apparently risk my life with George. So that's exciting. George, matted
Kok
feline.
bisa sih ada orang yang gak suka tahu?
Can you wear this for me? George is in much worse shape than Lucifer, and I am going to assume that that's because he is not as well behaved as Lucifer. So let's see what happens when I turn on the clipper. It's interesting that these two cats live together. They are both very matted. I'm confused as to why neither one of them groom each other. A lot of times when you have two cats together, they will groom one another. That's a very interesting... I wonder what's causing them to become so incredibly matted. He is a little bit chubbier than Lucifer, but I wouldn't say that he's so obese to the
Kenapa sih
point where
namanya
he
harus
can't groom
Lucifer,
himself.
anjing?
So
Masih gak
what is
bisa
it
gue.
about both of them that they're not taking care of themselves? It's very strange. So you saw how freaked out he was, how he was running away from me. And as soon as I put the happy hoodie on, it was like, oh, okay, well, I guess this is happening.
And that is what we like to see. So depending on how he is for this shave, will also determine whether or not I give him a bath. And let me tell you, I cleaned out that
Lucifer
bath
anteng.
before I started George, and it was filthy. So like these cats are very, very dirty. Yeah, you can tell you're starting to tense up a little bit, so I'm going to assume that this hurts. Hopefully you don't
Aduh
lash
cok,
out
gue
and
liat
try to bite
video
me.
3 jam
Again,
setengah
she said
langsung
they don't
botak
like
kepala
having
gue,
their nails
anjir.
clipped, so that's why I didn't
Astagfirullah.
start it. Normally I would do the nails right away to protect myself, but I really just want to be able to get through this cat's matting, and I don't want to agitate the cat right off the hop if I don't have to, which might mean that I'm going to result in a nasty scratch. Hopefully not. I get lots of comments from people saying, why don't you use scissors first to cut some of the hair off so that it's easier? This is a solid cast, and even if my scissors would go through this, which they probably wouldn't, it would seriously damage my scissors. There's just no way that I'm getting through this with scissors first, and not only that, it's incredibly dangerous to go at a matted animal
Udah kelar
with
dimandiin pun
scissors.
masih
So
dipotong
those are
lagi anjir.
all not great ideas. You feel better?
Ini Lucifer atau beda kucing dah?
But those are viable questions for people that don't groom because they would not know that, which is the reason why I do these videos and help educate. The owner said if I couldn't do this cat, she was going to try to groom him herself, and I'm just really glad that so far this is going well, because I don't think that anybody should try to groom a really matted cat themselves. It's just not, it's not an easy thing to do. It's dangerous, and you really should
ini
have
George.
a professional that knows what they're
Beda
doing.
kucing. Gua nggak
You can see
merhatiin
that this
tadi.
cat is gnawing at himself, licking. This is a sign of, well, it's hard to tell. Is it a sign that it hurts, or is it a sign that it feels good? I'm going to go with that it's a sign that it feels good. I think he's very itchy, and removing this is helping to relieve some of that itch. I'm scratching his skin at the same time that I shave this, so I think personally it feels good. Buddy, what the hex?
Banyak batuk
Is
tombe
something
anjir.
else. Okay, my favorite part about removing really bad matting from any animal is giving them some scratches after. You feel good? You feel good? Yeah. You're doing really good. I was worried about you. I was told you're a very skittish, scaredy cat, and so far,
Aduh, kerjaan.
so good. It's okay, it's okay.
Lagian gue
I'm
bingung
going
kok
to
bisa sih ada
attempt
orang nggak
clipping
demen
those nails
tahu
first
anjing.
before I shave his legs.
I mean kayak di antara semua produk-produk yang pakai kedelai ya,
think
itu yang
that
paling
if
normal
this
loh.
owner wants to be able to trim her cat's nails at home, she should get a happy hoodie, because they seem to be really docile with the happy hoodie on. The skin will improve now that it can breathe and that matted coat is gone. I get a lot of comments as well about trimming cats' claws. You have no idea how many times I've trimmed cats' claws that are ingrown into the paw pad. If they're not outdoors, or they're not scratching their scratching posts or anything like that, their nails will continue to grow, and they do need to be clipped. So it is something that is necessary for the health of the animal, and it does not cause them any pain. Yes, if you have an outdoor cat, I would suggest not clipping their nails, because they do need them for safety. It's okay.
Iya, karena kanjeng mostly apa outdoor,
It's all right.
kukunya nggak pernah
It's
dipotong.
okay. You guys both want
Kasihan
to
juga
fight
soalnya
me for your
dipotong.
legs,
Kalau
which is kind of a pain.
diganggu kucing lain nggak bisa
Especially
ngelawan
when
dia.
there's matting on.
And I don't know if I have a death wish, but I am going to attempt the bath. Good kitty. Okay. That's really good. A lot better than I expected.
Kalau kayak gini mesti dimandiin anjir kucingnya.
Good kitty. Does it maybe feel nice? Don't jump out of here though, okay? I need you to stay in the tub. No looking to see where you can jump. No. Please don't. No, I see it coming. You're doing so good. Let's keep it that way.
Nah, antengnya udah gitu,
Put
Cing.
that little paw down. Actually, if you could put the paws, yeah, in the water. Get them nice and soapy. Oh, George and Lucifer, you guys really surprised me with your calm behavior today. No attempts at leaving, please. Hey, hey, hey.
Lo.
You're fine. You can go out this way if you want, okay? Good boy. No, please don't jump. We're gonna come down. We're gonna come out of here, okay? You can come out. Come on. He's too scared of the noise. Now he wants to go back in. Interesting. Hey, 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 keep those paws. Keep those paws. Don't worry, we're gonna make this quick. Okay. No. I'm trying to do this quick. I need to get the soap off you though. Well, I am pleasantly surprised by how well you took that. Could have been far worse. Okay, buddy, let's go into the rage cage and get you dry. So George is in the crate drying. That's why you can hear the dryer in the background. I am going to finish off Lucifer's grooming. I don't know how good I'm going to get the legs today because neither one of these cats like having their legs touched. And I don't really want to fight with them. So they aren't matted anymore, so we'll see how good of a job I can do. I was hoping that the tail wouldn't be that matted where I'd have to shave it all, but it seems like it does have quite a bit of matting. So I think I'm going to shave it into a lion cut.
Oh, mau di Lion's Cut. Oke. Lucu. Untung kanceng bulunya gak sepanjang di kucing. Ribet juga Jir merawatnya kalau rambut tebal gitu.
Hi, buddy. You're such a sweet cat. Hi. Do I need to happy hoodie you again? And I can do your paws?
Telur.
Just brushing him out now. And then he's basically done.
Jadi botak gini kucingnya. Botak.
Lucifer is all finished. Goodbye. Thank you for
Sumpah
your
kucing
cooperation,
kalau dipotong
Lucifer.
bule kayak gitu
And now
lucu
let's do
banget
your
dia.
brother. Okay, George. I know for sure that George likes to move a lot, and he is more skittish than his brother. So I am going to
Oh,
keep the
ini dia
happy hoodie
motong
on him,
sekeluarga
because I
anjing
know for a
kucingnya.
fact that it immobilized him. Let's get your haircut finished, and then you can go home. For a cat that has never been groomed before,
Ya
you did
Allah,
quite well. His
Bang,
legs are
gua
not completely dry.
gua kebelet
Again,
boker
he
banget.
really doesn't like his legs being touched.
Anjir.
So, I just did the best I could,
Apa ya?
and then eventually
I'll
said,
be right back ya.
forget
Gua
it.
boker dulu. Taruh.
I put him in the drying crate,
Nikmati
but
aja videonya.
cats like to crouch their whole bodies up, so the drying crate, you know, it does a little bit, but it definitely doesn't do enough. See if you let me do this. Still got some matting in here. I'm gonna shave your tail as well, I think. I think that he may have peed when he was in the crate because his tail smells like urine. So I am going to shave it so that I can get that smell of pee off of his tail. So far, so good. He really seems to give less of a care since his bath and blow dry. I know I usually use the muzzle on most cats that I'm working on, the bubble, but neither one of these cats have shown me any signs of aggression. A little bit of tail whipping, but no growling, no hissing, no swatting. And sometimes when you put restraints like that on an animal, it stresses them out even more. So if I don't need it, then I'm certainly not going to bother using it. And I don't think I need it with this guy, or I didn't need it with his brother. So that's how we're gonna keep it, because I think it would make him most happy. Okay, I'm gonna lift you up. All right, good enough. Now we just need to do the brush out. I'm not going to do anything fancy with his legs because he doesn't like it. The back legs look like poop, but he does not like having them touched. There is some matting in here. I would have liked to have shaved it, but just brush these ones. I don't think they really, front ones never need as much brushing as the back ones. Stay. No. You must stay. Okay. Okay. No more messing with you. Tap of encouragement? Okay. Goodbye. Thank you. Thank you so much. So in total, these cats took me 2 hours and 45 minutes to groom. They aren't perfect, but they are mat-free and they're clean. If you liked this video, don't forget to support the channel by hitting that subscribe or follow button and sharing with all of your friends. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again in a few days. Hey. Hey. Today we are grooming Bumpy. He is about 1 year and 4 months old. This is his first ever professional grooming appointment. He is very nervous, and the owners are very nervous on how he will react for this. They traveled over 7 hours to get to me because they are very concerned about whether or not their dog will be able to tolerate professional grooming. The owner has tried herself to groom him at home, and she has been unsuccessful. So the first thing I'm going to try to do is the eyes. I did spend some time on the floor with him, tried to give him treats, he wouldn't take them, but then he came and he laid down right next to me, so that's a good sign. Can you let me do your face? Good boy. What a good boy. Okay, this is already going way better than I thought. I just want to clear up those eyes. Now, the owner adopted this dog when he was 8 months old, and he was not cared for. He did not have any veterinary care, he was never groomed, he was not socialized, so it's no surprise that he's so nervous. They do want him shaved down. I think she thinks that he's matted and has to be shaved. I don't think that he is matted, but they did drive here from 7 hours away, and I assume they want this haircut to last a while. I was gonna do a 7, but I think I'm gonna try a 5 instead so that he has a little bit of hair. If I sound funny today, it is because I am very sick. But part of being an entrepreneur is that you can't really take time off because there's no one to fill your spot, right? It's okay. It's okay. Oh, good boy. She said he's a really good dog, just not for grooming. She has 3 dogs and she grooms the other 2 without a problem. And this one, she said she just can't seem to do without him trying to bite her. No, no, no. I saw you raise those teeth. Hey, hey, hey. Good boy. Good boy. It's okay. It's okay. So the hand isn't a problem. I can touch him all over with my hand. He just doesn't like when I touch him with the clipper. Okay. Well, that's going to be a problem because you have to have a haircut. Buddy. You're okay, buddy. Good boy. Very good boy. Good boy. No. I'm switching to my left hand because I can get out of the way quicker with my left hand than I can with my right. If he snaps. So far, I just see the teeth showing. Okay. Well, we know he doesn't like the clippers, so I think what I'm going to try to do is do more on his face. Come here. With the scissors. Like, I don't know if this hair is left here because she likes it, or if she just couldn't trim it. No, please don't bite. Don't bite. Good boy.
Yeah, I'm back.
Remember when we did your eyes? Oh, good boy.
Mantap.
Now we're going to do the top of your head.
Habis sahur,
Good boy.
boker. Feels bad,
I'm just
man.
going to keep talking to you the entire time because that seems to
Ini
calm
kenapa
you
videonya jadi
down.
anjing?
Good boy.
Gue gak mau nonton anjing. I'm not a dog person. Ntar gue mau lihat. Nonton apa ya? Bentar. The apex predator we still don't understand. Sabi nih. Boleh deh. Ada Indonesia coy.
The ground trembles as the Komodo dragon charges forward. Its long, forked tongue flicking through the air. You know its bite won't kill you instantly, but if it sinks its teeth into you, it's game over. This predator doesn't need to catch you now. It just needs to wound you and wait. The Komodo dragon is the largest living lizard in the world, a monstrous and voracious predator that will eat almost anything it encounters. On rare occasions, it's been known to attack and kill humans.
The fuck?
And its method
Really?
of delivering death is unlike that of almost any other predator. Biting, wounding,
Emang
and
pernah ada yang mati
waiting
sama
for the
komodo
prey
ya?
to succumb
That
to
sucks,
death
bro.
allows it to take down animals much bigger than itself. Things like water buffalo, an animal 10 to 20 times its size. When I started researching this video, I was excited to find the answers about the biological method of this killing technique. But what I found instead was one of the most perplexing debates in wildlife biology.
Oh, these guys are crackpots.
No, my opinion has not changed.
But they even actually contacted other zoos and told them not to participate with us.
I don't consider Komodo dragons to be legitimately venomous.
They're not actually going to let go of their position ever, despite evidence.
With one fundamental question at its core: are Komodo dragons venomous or not? This is a video about how a simple question is sometimes not as simple as you'd think, and about how even the top scientists in a field don't always agree on something that seems fundamental. So are Komodo dragons venomous or are they not? And why has that question
Suara apaan
sparked
tuh?
a heated
Berbisik gua
debate in the herpetology world for decades?
Bukan. Oke.
Komodo dragons live on only 5 islands in southeastern Indonesia.
Wait,
Indonesia's
Indonesia
4 islands
mention,
within Komodo
rah.
National Park and the island of Flores. These are islands of stark contrast. Much of the area is dry, rugged, and rocky, with thorny
Gila ya,
vegetation.
beda banget anjing.
However,
Di
there are also
NTT.
dense forests, mangroves, and patches
Nggak
of
kayak di
greenery,
Indonesia.
especially in the valleys and coastal areas. And in all of this, the Komodo dragon thrives. They can be found sunbathing on the jagged rocks, sleeping up in trees, and occasionally swimming between the islands. Scientists think Komodo dragons originated in Australia and migrated to Indonesia thousands of years ago. As larger predators went extinct, they became the dominant predator on these isolated islands. And for a long time, people in the Western world considered them to be mythical creatures. For decades, stories of giant lizards inhabiting the Komodo Islands circulated, making them seem like legendary beasts similar to the dragons in folklore. It wasn't until 1910 that Western scientists finally confirmed their existence. And though they might not be mythical dragons, they're a creature you would not want to contend with. Komodo dragons typically weigh about 70 kilograms or 155 pounds and measure around 2.5 meters long. But the largest verified specimen reached a length of 3.13 meters or 10.3 feet and weighed 166 kilograms or 366 pounds. But despite being a top predator, a Komodo dragon's bite force is relatively low. This might seem surprising, but a Komodo dragon isn't killing by crushing, it's killing by shredding. Despite what looks like a gummy smile at first glance, a Komodo dragon has 60 curved teeth, each up to 1 inch long. These teeth are razor sharp, serrated, and built for tearing flesh. The serrations along the edges help them saw through the meat efficiently, allowing them to rip large chunks from their prey. They might get damaged, but these teeth are constantly replaced throughout their lifetime. And if you look closely at their teeth, you'll notice the edge of them is orange. Scientists recently realized that the cutting edges and tips of the teeth have concentrated amounts of iron, which gives it that color. This thin coating of iron acts as a protective layer that keeps the serrated edges of their teeth sharp. These immensely sharp teeth can slash their prey's skin, muscles, blood vessels, and nerves. Often, this is enough to kill their prey instantly. For smaller prey up to the size of a goat, they can loosen their jaws like a snake and swallow it whole. They can eat up to 80% of their body weight in one sitting. That would be like me eating 150 quarter-pounders at once. Because of their slow metabolism, large dragons only need around 1 meal per month. After eating this massive meal, the lizard drags itself into a sunny location to speed digestion.
He's sleeping.
And then it does something exceedingly gross. After it's done digesting, the Komodo dragon
Kodomo.
regurgitates a mass of
Pagi-kun.
horns, hair, and teeth known as a gastric pellet, which is covered in a rancid slime. That picture doesn't look that bad, but trust me, it's wild. I'm not gonna show a clip because it's pretty gross and I don't want to get demonetized, but if you want to see it and other uncensored Komodo clips, head over to Nebula to watch that version of the video. But for some of the Komodo dragon's other prey, eating it in one gulp is not possible. water buffalo weigh around 550 kilograms or 1,200 pounds. No Komodo dragon is even big enough to take one down outright. In fact, the water buffalo has a 100% escape rate from the Komodo dragon after a bite. But here is where the Komodo dragon mystery really begins. After the initial bite, the water
Kerjaan nonton
buffalo will
dokumenter
wander
komodo.
off and
Yoi.
die a few days later. So how exactly is the
Nyicil
water
kerjaan
buffalo
nonton
being
dokumenter komodo.
killed?
Cakep.
For years, scientists believed the Komodo dragon's drooly mouth
Gak apa-apa
was
miskin,
full of
yang penting
nasty
tidak mau
bacteria that
kondo.
would enter the wound of the prey animal, dealing
Pasti
the
anjing,
final
gak
blow.
jelas.
I know I was taught this, and in fact, when you try to do research on this subject, this is still often repeated.
So the whole idea of bacteria as a weapon comes down to a 1980 book published by Offenberg.
This is Brian Fry, professor of toxicology in the Adaptive Biotoxicology Lab at the University of Queensland.
Early in the book, he describes seeing, the occasional water buffalo getting infected, and then that's the last you hear of it until the end of the book, where he postulates this idea of bacteria being used as a weapon, but absolutely no data in between, nothing to support this. And it was seized on and ran from there. It became this enchanting fairy tale. But there's a very simple premise in science that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And bacteria being used as a weapon is as extraordinary of a claim as you could possibly make. Now, if you look at a dragon, and even in Offenberg's own descriptions, he describes the dragons as actually being quite fastidious in their eating, where after they've had a meal, they'll lick their lips and rub their head in the leaf litter and clean themselves up quite a bit. And then if you look at their mouth, the teeth are white and shiny and the gums are pink and clean. There's no rotting flesh hanging off of them.
This is to say that Komodo dragons are much cleaner than you would think. And then there's the fact that potent antimicrobials have been isolated from Komodo dragon blood serum.
So Komodos have actually a very powerful immune system. You can't have it both ways. You can't have them farming bacteria and also being highly resistant to bacteria at the same time. So it made no sense.
But this is not to say the water buffalo aren't getting infected, but it's not for the reason you'd think.
So like on Rincha, for example, the water buffalo are localized to just a few small valleys, and the only water source available to them are these rocky watering pools that for most of the year are stagnant. So they get filled with feces and then boiled in the tropical sun. And I remember the first time we went to the islands, I could smell these watering holes from like 2 to 3 or even 400 meters away. I mean, they reek. They're basically sewage ponds. And I remember as we were going to them, I was like, I've got some cuts on my legs, from a little boating accident. I better make sure to stay away from the water. Then I had one of those little light bulb moments of like, no, it can't be that simple all this time.
So maybe the long-fabled lethal Komodo dragon bacteria was really just poop water all along. And this makes sense, because anytime a water buffalo feels threatened by a predator, it bails into the water, hence the name. And normally this would be a better strategy for them, but water buffalo are not native to these small Indonesian islands.
So in the
Indonesia
marshes
mentioned
of
again.
Southeast Asia, marshes are clean because the water buffaloes are living in these giant marshes, and when they defecate, that just gets broken down by the plants and all the other processes in the water, so they flee into clean water. But in Komodo, they flee into water with these gaping wounds that they're fleeing basically into warm sewage. And
kerjaan gue udah selesai, guys.
Has nothing to do with the Komodos. It just has
Akhirnya gue bisa tidur dengan tenang untuk hari ini.
Introduced to an island they don't belong to, and encountering a predator that they didn't evolve.
Enggak sih, enggak tenang juga. Tapi gue rencananya emang siang ini mau ada pergi bentar sih.
And it's unlikely that the Komodos are intentionally using this to their advantage, since water buffalo were only introduced to their habitat 300 years
sih,
ago.
lebih kayak
It seems to just be incidental.
Nenek apa?
Fry and his colleagues even
Ya,
studied the
lebih kayak apa sih?
bacterial load in the Komodo's mouth to
yang dulu
quantitatively
bantu
assess
bapak
the
gue
possibility
pas merantau
of
ke
a
Jakarta
long-standing
gitu, pengen
bacteria
ketemu aja
theory.
sama dia.
So we studied a number of Komodos,
Udah lama
including
ketemu soalnya.
captive Komodos and including
Yeah.
baby Komodos as
Gua
they
kerja di
hatch
Moxie,
from the
gila
eggs.
lu,
They
anjir.
do
Gua
super cool. Let us
semalam
sample
ya,
the animals
itu gue
as
stream
they were
4 jam
hatching,
lebih
swabbing their
full di
mouths
Moxie.
before they even had had their first drink of water.
udah
But
kerja
what was fascinating
jadi
about that
bartender,
study was
terus kerja
that
jadi
we
geng
showed that
lagi.
they have actually lower bacteria levels
Kesana
than
kemari mulu gue tadi
Tassie
malam
Devil, a lion,
sampai ya
or
Allah.
your average dog, or even
Gue
your average,
pas
30-year-old
kerja apa
kid
ya,
chewing on
lanjut
their
lagi mau
classmate's
coba lanjut kerja
ankle.
dari jam
But even
12 sampai
so,
jam
you still
1 nggak
see
kuat gue,
on nature
sempoyongan gue
documentaries that
anjir.
talking about bacteria.
Gue
Some of the
sebenarnya udah
guides in
tidur
Komodo even
bentar
start
1
talking
jam
about
gitu.
bacteria, even though we disproved this, you know,
Lebih ke kebangun
over
sih
10
sebenarnya.
years ago. But what's
Tapi
particularly
sebenarnya gue
fascinating about
niatnya emang
everything was
pengen
that
bangunnya tuh
Offenberg,
pas-pasan
in his own book,
imsak banget gitu.
actually, without realizing it,
Toh
provides
gue
the
juga
first
kalau sahur kan
evidence
juga minumnya
for
apa
venom.
makannya dikit.
Venom. Could
Jadi
this
bodo amat
actually
juga.
be the Komodo dragon's
Tahu-tahu
secret
kebangunnya
weapon?
1 jam
And if so,
setelah
shouldn't
1 jam
it be
tidur
pretty
doang.
obvious?
Habis itu nggak bisa tidur gue sekarang. Nah, sekarang gue bingung mau ngapain.
Despicable experiments that were getting thrown in jail nowadays where
Cewek, udah yappingnya. Ayo kita cari video yang lain. Apa ya? Yang enak untuk pengantar tidur apa sih biasanya kalau? Iya sih sebenarnya denger orang yapping, cuma kan gue lagi stream ya. Jangan yang terlalu yapping juga anjir. Yang seru-seru gitu apa sih? Balatro. Iya, yeah, actually gue udah lama banget sih kagak main balatro anjing. Cuma otak gue terlalu 5 watt buat main balatro anjir. Perfect moment in bad movies. Orang banyak nganggap Spider-Man 3 yang apa? Spider-Man-nya si Peter Parker si Tobey Maguire film gagal ya anjing. Ya sebenarnya kelihatan sih kayak keras banget endingnya, kayak Venomnya tuh nongolnya bentar doang. Mending kita nonton ini. Gue penasaran nih.
Jägermeister is forever associated with college parties thanks to the famous drink that sports its name, the Jägerbomb. But the spicy German liquor in the distinct green bottle had a long, winding journey from its creation back in the old country.
Gue pribadi apa sih belum pernah rasa nyoba ini apa Jägermeister gitu. Cuma banyak yang bilang katanya rasanya kayak OBH anjir. Namanya keren sih, Jägermeister.
Be sure to subscribe to the Weird History Food channel and let us know in the comments below what other brutal
Tapi boleh kan ya nonton kayak ginian puasa-puasa? Kan bukan diminum ya, kan ini education purpose ya guys ya. Gitu.
The year was 1878. The place, the extremely German city of Wolfenbüttel. Back then, Wolfenbüttel was home to a bustling mining industry. The local miners would use a process called fire setting to warm stone, usually rock salt or potash, until it cracked. Then they would use vinegar to cool the stone back down before extracting it. Naturally, these miners had a need for vinegar that outpaced their local small-town supply.
Vinegar.
It was only a matter of time before someone stepped up to meet their vinegar demand.
Orang spellingnya yang bener kayak gitu ya, vinegar. Aneh banget di kuping gua, vinegar.
Spent surveying the local economic landscape, he decided he was just the man the miners needed, and he opened up his very own vinegar production plant. With a built-in buyer already nearby, the business was an instant success. As the company grew, Wilhelm's product line grew with it. Since the creation process for vinegar and wine are closely linked, vinegar literally means sour wine in Middle English.
Sour wine.
Soon started fermenting wines in his production plant as well. We assume productivity took a hit as morale went sky high. However, as the decades went on, business began to drag. And by the early 1900s, the company had racked up a considerable amount of debt. When Wilhelm died in 1918, his son, Kurt, took over the family business. Kurt knew things had to change if he wanted to stay afloat, and so he immediately halted all of the plant's vinegar production and decided to focus solely on winemaking. What's more, he began to experiment with creating his own liqueur, just to give his company that little extra something to keep customers coming back. He spent over a decade experimenting on this liqueur, sometimes finding his creations too sweet, sometimes finding them too citrusy. After presumably inventing and reinventing Mountain Dew a few dozen times, Kurt Mast ultimately settled on a recipe that used a whopping 56 natural herbs and
56?
spices, which included everything from ginger and cardamom to star anise and licorice root. He called his new creation
Gila, ini mah
Jägermeister,
VOC
which translated from
kejang-kejang
German
anjir.
means Huntmaster.
Denger sampai
And his
56
recipe has not
spices gitu.
changed to this
Damn.
day. While his company has since confirmed some of the ingredients, the majority of them still remain a secret. The drink's label likewise features the St. Hubertus stag, or a St. Hubertus if you like, a mythical creature adorned with a radiant cross nestled between its antlers. And despite the popular myth, the recipe does not contain today any amount of deer blood, unless you add your own. According to Catholic accounts,
Deer blood?
on one fateful Good Friday, this stag once materialized before a down-and-out, recently widowed hunter in medieval France, converting him to Christianity in an instant and changing the course of his life. For this experience, the hunter was subsequently canonized by the Catholic Church, and St. Hubertus has ever since been known as the patron saint of huntsmen, and by extension, those camouflaged cans of bush light. For a drink whose name means Huntmaster, Hubertus' stag is just about as good a mascot as one could come up with. So it has been stamped on every bottle of Jägermeister since. Speaking of the drink's distinct green bottle, that was the product of serious scientific research.
Serious
Mast
scientific
smashed hundreds of bottles onto his oak floor and picked up the only one that didn't break upon impact. Hey, what did you expect him to do? Math? He filled one of these bottles up, slapped a label on it, and in 1934, just 1 year after Hitler came to power, Kurt's creation was finally ready for the big leagues.
Goring snaps.
That same year, Germany's then second most powerful man, Hermann
Itu lagu
Göring,
badut
had
itu gak sih,
assumed the
anjir?
role of Reichsjägermeister, or Imperial Huntmaster. It was apparently a real staghead. This made Göring the head of Germany's biggest hunting society, and anyone who wanted a hunting license had to go through his organization. So as Kurt Mast's Jägermeister gained popularity, it naturally got its very own Hermann Göring-related nickname, Göring Schnapps.
Göring
Which was
Schnapps.
unflattering to say the least. Schnapps is the worst thing you can call a drink.
Schnaps, 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 Schnaps.
Whether or not this was intentional on Kurt Mast's part remains unclear. He distanced himself from the Nazis after the war, but then again, so did a lot of Nazis. Regardless of Mast's original
Okay.
intentions, Göring Schnapps, Jägermeister, soon became commonplace within Germany for its alleged medicinal benefits. It
Oh.
was most commonly used as a digestif, a post-dinner drink meant to aid in digestion, but it was also kept on hand for any other medical ailments that may arise. Got a stomachache? Drink some Jägermeister. Caught a cold? Drink some Jägermeister. Hungover? Drink some Jägermeister. It's good for whatever ails you.
Basically tolak angin ya guys ya. Tolak angin orang Jerman.
As the world descended once more into war, Connecticut-born Sidney Frank was sent over to India by Pratt & Whitney Motors to help improve engine performance for Allied aircraft. He would later use this engineering skill to become a hooch billionaire. After the war's close, he married into the illustrious Rosenstyle family and got a new job with their company, Schenley Industries, which had at the time a large distillery in the country. Frank's first major job for the company was to head over to England, where he was told to fix a dysfunctional Scotch distillery that Schenley Industries had recently acquired. While there, he managed to up production from 1 million gallons of Scotch per week to 3.6 million gallons, enough to fuel every business lunch in the world. The production boost added nearly $10 million in weekly profits, securing Frank's job with Schenley Industries and eventually landing him the Schenley Industries presidency. As president, his primary achievement was securing the importation of Dewar's White Label Scotch, making it into an American mainstay. But in 1970, Frank was pushed out of Schenley Industries altogether, apparently as the result of a family conflict. Frank and his wife were left to fend for themselves. So just 3 years later, he decided to start his own competing liquor company, the Sidney Frank Importing Company. Clearly, he wanted Schenley Industries to know exactly who was cutting into their customer base. Around 1974, Sidney was drinking at a New York bar when he stumbled upon a certain obscure German
Namanya
liqueur
Sydney
with
tapi
a stag
barnya
on the
di New
bottle.
York.
Its taste reminded him of root beer, black licorice, and Vicks Formula 44.
Kan bener
In other
kan?
words, it
Bener kan
tasted
kayak
like
OBH kan?
spicy cough syrup, and it was a flavor Frank absolutely had to have. At the time, Jägermeister was already on the move in Europe. Just 2 years earlier, it had gotten a sponsorship deal with the German football team Eintracht Braunschweig. Since advertising on team shirts was illegal in Germany at the time, NASCAR would have had a difficult time in 1970s Germany. The company planned to slyly replace the team's previous lion logo with a Jägermeister stag, like sliding Garfield into the MGM logo. They were caught in the act, though, and it took a whole year of legal battles for the stag to finally make it onto team jerseys, setting a new template for jersey advertising for years to come. Even as it hit football fields across the Atlantic, though, Jägermeister still had very little presence in the U.S. At the time, only a mere 600 cases were sold from sea to shining sea each year. And so, spotting an opportunity in that New York bar, Frank booked a trip to Germany and met with the Jaeger chief executive, Walter Sandvoss. At first, he only managed to obtain the rights to sell Jägermeister along the East Coast, from Maryland to Florida, otherwise known as the summer vacation route. But when other suppliers struggled to do their part, he stepped in and slowly took over distribution rights for the entire country. In 1985, the Baton Rouge Advocate published an article detailing Jägermeister's growing popularity among Louisiana college kids. To some, it had become a sort of goof beverage that you drink ironically, like the Malort liqueur of the Bayou State. To others, the mystery of its 56 natural herbs and spices created an allure for the unknown. Was Jägermeister an aphrodisiac? Did it secretly contain opium? Can the stag see me?
When I think of what Jägermeister tastes like, to me it tastes like money because I'm making money on it.
This article reached Sidney Frank's desk, and he saw an opportunity. So he headed down south to leverage the drink's existing success there. He apparently printed out thousands of photocopies of the Baton Rouge Advocate article and distributed them to bars all over New Orleans. He also hired the first ever Jägerettes, a group of young women, scantily dressed in Jägermeister attire, who would hit the Louisiana college bars to flirt with the male students there and to persuade them to drink more Jägermeister. This is how 90% of products are sold today. It wasn't long before Jägermeister exploded out of its Louisiana fan base and into college towns all across America. By the 1990s, Jägermeister was just about everywhere. But since the ideal temperature for Jägermeister is negative 18 degrees Celsius, it was often hidden out of sight in some far-off freezer. To fix this injustice, Jägermeister developed its very own tap machines, which allowed Jägermeister a front and center spot along bars across America, and helped to grow the brand even bigger than ever before. And while Frank moved on to develop Grey Goose vodka, his European import continued its meteoric rise into the new millennium. By the mid-2000s, the company had over 1,000 Jägerettes and Jaeger dudes under its employment. Under these circumstances, the arrival of the Jaeger bomb was inevitable. It's from this period that the first ever Jaeger bombs appeared, but it remains unclear who, or dare we say what, first created them.
Post Malone.
While Jägermeister has never officially endorsed or embraced the Jaeger bomb, its rise and fall in popularity has had a huge impact on the company's overall success. But as other drinks like Fireball and flavored vodkas have risen up in recent years to take over a large chunk of Jägermeister's college party market share, the company has had to pivot, just like when you need to switch to water after too many Jaeger bombs. In 2015, Jägermeister bought up the Sidney Frank Importing Company, allowing it to take full control over its own U.S. distribution. They've since used that acquisition as a springboard for their pivot, turning away from their youthful party past in an attempt to reach an older, more upscale audience. It was around this time that the Milwaukee Bucks introduced their newest logo, which bore some resemblance to Jägermeister's presumably hammered stag. Jägermeister immediately filed a formal notice of opposition to the new Bucks logo, but apparently the two just had to get to know each other. Just days later, a spokesman for Jägermeister said they were now working with the team, and shortly thereafter launched the Be the Meister campaign, which brought the new super premium Jägermeister Manifest onto the market. Manifest contains more ingredients than traditional Jägermeister, and is slightly more potent for refined drinkers who like to get tipsy while listening to opera. They've also since developed Jägermeister Cold Brew Coffee, which boasts the caffeine of a Jaeger bomb, but in a classier all-in-one bottle. and the Jägermeister Scharf, which is just like the regular Jägermeister, but with a spicy hot ginger taste. Regardless of which Jägermeister product you choose, to this day, each bottle's label sports the same words that Jägermeister sported for just shy of a century. An excerpt from a poem by German ornithologist and writer Oskar von Riesenthal. It is the hunter's honor that he protects and preserves his game. Hunts sportsmanlike, honors the creator in his creatures.
Amin.
So what do you think? Do you like Jaeger? Let us know in the comments below, and while you're at it, check out some of these other videos from our Weird History Food.
Keren sih anjing, damn. Didn't know that Jägermeister lore is that interesting. How Indonesian instant noodle become a Nigerian sensation. Iya ya, kayak di Nigeria tuh salah satu negara terbesar yang mayoritas penduduknya itu demen Indomie of all country. Alasan Dennis dipanggil Dontol. Thumbnailnya pun gini banget anjing, anak Arab. Kacau. Ya, gua cek ya. Kita cek.
Kamu tuh loh diajak ngobrol orang tua malah nunduk.
Oke, sebelum itu saya yakin kalian yang udah nonton saya dari dulu pasti merasa agak asing kan ngelihat video ini. Soalnya saya nggak pernah membahas kartun lokal sebelumnya. Dan ya, memang benar, ini adalah pembahasan kartun lokal pertama saya. Buat kamu yang nonton dari luar Indonesia, terutama dari Malaysia, saya akan jelasin dulu tentang kartun lokal ini supaya kalian bisa lebih paham. Sebenarnya kartun ini punya cerita yang cukup sederhana dan mengingatkan kita pada kartun Upin dan Ipin. Ceritanya berpusat pada kehidupan Adit, si tokoh utama bersama teman-temannya. Salah satu teman terdekatnya adalah Dennis, sahabat terbaiknya. Mereka sering terlihat bermain bareng seperti main permainan tradisional dan aktivitas seru lainnya. Tapi ada konflik yang cukup sering muncul di kartun ini, yaitu antara Adit dan dua karakter bernama Sopo dan Jarwo. Jadi mereka digambarkan sebagai orang yang malas dan suka cari jalan pintas untuk mendapatkan keuntungan.
Lah kan saya juga lagi usaha bang, ini sampai manjat-manjat pohon kayak gini.
Lalu karena sifat Adit yang bertolak belakang dengan mereka, nggak jarang terjadi masalah di antara mereka bertiga. Nah, meskipun cerita utama kartun ini menarik, kali ini saya nggak akan membahas jalan ceritanya secara keseluruhan. Dan yang mau saya bahas adalah salah satu karakter sampingan yang dulu sempat populer karena tingkahnya yang selalu bikin masalah untuk Adit, yaitu Dennis. Oke, ini adalah Dennis, salah satu teman dekat Adit yang hampir selalu ada di sisinya. Dia tuh punya ciri khas tubuh yang gemuk, memakai baju berwarna krem dan kacamata yang terlihat terbalik. Lalu uniknya, para penonton setia kartun ini sering memanggil Dennis dengan julukan Dontol, yang katanya merupakan singkatan dari Dennis Con. Dennis ini termasuk salah satu karakter yang cukup terkenal dari Adit Sopo Jarwo. Bahkan ya bisa dibilang popularitasnya kadang mengalahkan si tokoh utama Adit. Tapi alasan dia terkenal bukan karena hal yang positif. Sebenarnya Dennis dikenal karena kelakuannya yang super ngeselin. Dia sering banget bikin Adit kesusahan dan sifat-sifatnya bener-bener bikin emosi.
Gini ya Den,
rasanya nih ya, semua sifat buruk yang bisa bikin darah tinggi ada di diri Dennis. Ya mungkin gak semuanya sih, tapi sebagian besar
evil
sifat
manifestation
yang
banget
pasti
ya
ada di dia. Intinya Dennis ini benar-benar paket lengkap karakter ngeselin. Tapi tunggu, pernah gak sih kamu kepikiran kenapa Dennis bisa sebeban itu? Atau kenapa Adit gak pernah marah atau ninggalin Dennis padahal dia sering bikin repot? Ya kalau diperhatikan, Dennis ini memang selalu nempel banget sama Adit, sampai-sampai dia jarang terlihat bergantung ke orang lain. Dari situ kita bisa lihat kalau Dennis ini tipe orang yang susah mandiri dan gak gampang dekat dengan orang lain. Biasanya orang seperti ini juga cenderung penakut dan kurang percaya diri.
Adit, ada Bang Jarwo. Ada apa bang?
Nih contohnya jelas banget di salah satu adegan ketika Adit harus melewati jembatan kayu untuk kabur dari Sopo dan Jarwo. Bukannya ikut, Dennis malah takut jatuh dan tenggelam, jadi dia nggak mau lewat. Ya hal ini tentu bikin Adit tambah kerepotan. Selain harus bujuk Dennis supaya mau maju, dia juga masih harus ngurusin adiknya.
Mau nyebrang segala. Kacau nih, Dennis.
emotional damage.
Jadi sifat Dennis yang penakut dan gak mandiri ini bikin banyak orang gregetan karena secara gak langsung dia bikin semuanya jadi lebih sulit buat Adit. Nah, kamu tahu gak sih kalau sikap Dennis yang penakut dan selalu bergantung pada Adit itu ada istilahnya. Dalam psikologi itu disebut inferiority complex.
Permisi.
Ini adalah kondisi di mana seseorang merasa rendah diri dan gak percaya diri untuk melakukan sesuatu sendirian. Biasanya hal ini bisa muncul karena pengalaman buruk di masa lalu atau karena merasa minder dengan penampilan fisik. Dan kalau kita lihat lebih dalam, Dennis ini kan punya tubuh yang gemuk. Sayangnya orang dengan penampilan seperti itu sering jadi sasaran bullying. Mungkin aja Dennis pernah mengalami hal itu, makanya dia tumbuh dengan rasa kurang percaya diri. Lalu ketika dia bertemu Adit yang gak pernah memperlakukan dia berbeda hanya karena penampilannya, Dennis merasa nyaman dan mulai bergantung sepenuhnya pada Adit. Tapi nih ya, sikap Dennis ini jelas bikin Adit sering kerepotan. Ya nggak jarang Adit terlihat risih, tapi dia tetap sabar membantu Dennis. Kenapa? Karena Adit punya sifat yang sangat baik. Dia memahami perasaan Dennis dan ingin membantu sahabatnya itu jadi pribadi yang lebih mandiri dan percaya diri. Inilah yang sebenarnya bisa kita pelajari dari kartun ini. Dennis meskipun kadang bikin gregetan, dia adalah karakter yang unik. Lewat ceritanya kita diajak untuk lebih memahami bagaimana sikap baik dan pengertian bisa membantu orang lain berubah jadi lebih baik.
Bros glazing dontol with every breath
karakter kayak Dennis di kartun-kartun barat. Jujur aja saya suka banget sama karakter ini karena dia berhasil bikin penonton benar-benar ngerasain gimana ngeselinnya kelakuan dia. Tapi ya
Allah, gue inget banget.
saya juga ikut
Iya
kesal
lagi,
sama
anjir.
si Dennis ini.
Apa Adit Sopo Jarwo pernah collab sama Cherry Bell.
Mobil-mobilan yang
Random
ditarik
banget.
pakai tali. Tiba-tiba kan mobil mainan Dennis ini terbalik. Alih-alih dia coba balikin mobilnya sendiri, malah teriak ke Adit. Padahal dia bisa aja ngelakuin sendiri, kenapa harus manggil Adit kan?
Adit, tolongin Dit.
Namun
Iya
sebenarnya yang menarik adalah meskipun Dennis terlihat lemah dan manja, dia juga sering berada dalam situasi yang akhirnya membentuk karakteristik dirinya. Ada banyak momen di mana dia merasa cemas atau takut untuk melakukan sesuatu sendirian, seperti saat dia harus menghadapi tantangan atau bahkan melakukan hal-hal sederhana. Adit sebagai sahabatnya selalu ada untuk memberikan semangat meskipun pada saat yang sama sering merasa kesal dengan tingkah si Dennis. Hal inilah yang menunjukkan bahwa meskipun Dennis sering menyusahkan, dia tetap memiliki keinginan untuk berubah walaupun itu sangat lambat dan penuh perjuangan. Dennis dalam banyak kesempatan menunjukkan bahwa dia juga bisa belajar dari Adit dan mulai berusaha untuk lebih mandiri meskipun itu tidak mudah baginya. Dan pada akhirnya karakter Dennis mengajarkan kita tentang pentingnya ketekunan dan rasa percaya diri. Meskipun dia sering merasa kurang mampu dan cenderung bergantung pada orang lain, tapi dia tidak sepenuhnya menyerah karena ada saat-saatnya di mana dia mulai mencoba untuk lebih mandiri meski tetap membutuhkan bantuan teman-temannya. Di sini kita bisa melihat bahwa Dennis meskipun sering kali bikin kesal, sebenarnya menggambarkan banyak orang yang merasa ragu dengan kemampuannya sendiri.
Aduh, gimana nih, Dennis?
Lewat cerita ini, penonton bisa belajar bahwa meskipun kita memiliki kekurangan, kita bisa berkembang dan menjadi lebih baik dengan waktu, usaha, dan dukungan dari orang-orang di sekitar kita. Dengan demikian, meskipun karakter Dennis penuh dengan sifat yang bisa membuat penonton jengkel, ada pelajaran penting yang bisa kita ambil darinya. Kartun ini melalui sosok Dennis mengajarkan kita untuk tidak mudah menyerah dan terus berusaha memperbaiki diri. Dennis mungkin tidak selalu sempurna, tetapi dia adalah contoh nyata bahwa dengan persahabatan dan usaha kita bisa menghadapi rasa takut dan rasa rendah diri untuk menjadi pribadi yang lebih baik. Tapi ya, Dennis itu kan udah jelas banget karakter yang selalu jadi beban di Sopo Jarwo. Kalau ada masalah nih ya, dia tuh lebih jago lari dari masalah daripada nyelesainnya. Misalnya, waktu mereka lagi dikejar Sopo dan Jarwo, si Dennis ini malah nyari tempat sembunyi daripada ikut bantu si Adit. Padahal Adit yang udah lelah ngejar-ngejar, si Dennis malah rebahan sambil bilang, "Adit, aku capek, kamu duluan deh." Padahal dia yang paling gak gerak sama sekali. Selain itu, si Dennis ini juga jago banget dalam hal enggak paham situasi. Kalau Adit lagi ngomong serius atau ada rencana, dia malah nanya hal-hal yang bikin kesel. Misalnya aja pas Adit ngomong, "Kita harus keluar dari sini cepat." Si Dennis malah tanya, "Keluar kemana, Dit? Mau kemana?" Adit yang udah setengah mati nahan sabar cuman bisa bengong dan jawab, "Ya keluar aja, Dennis."
Itu mah.
Kadang tuh saya mikir, Dennis ini kalau nggak ada Adit bisa nggak ya hidup? Soalnya kalau nggak ada Adit, dia pasti bingung kayak ayam kehilangan induk. Dan satu hal yang pasti, si Dennis ini kalau ngomong suka nggak pernah on point. Kadang dia malah ngomong hal-hal yang nggak relevan sama sekali. Misalnya pas Adit lagi panik karena ada masalah, si Dennis malah bisa-bisanya bilang, Dit tahu nggak sih kemarin aku makan nasi goreng enak banget loh. Bukannya bantuin, malah ngingetin hal yang nggak penting. Ya Dennis, kalau mau ngomong nasi goreng, mending pergi ke warung aja. Nggak usah ganggu Adit yang lagi kerja keras gitu loh. Meskipun begitu, nggak bisa dipungkiri kalau karakter Dennis ini adalah salah satu paling memorable dan paling sering jadi bahan obrolan. Memang dia suka banget nyusahin, tapi di balik itu semua kita bisa lihat kalau dia adalah sosok yang sering bikin kita ketawa karena kelakuannya yang absurd. Jadi meskipun
ketawa jengkel sih lebih tepatnya,
punya tempat di hati para penonton. Tapi anehnya Adit gak pernah marah lama-lama sama Dennis, padahal kelakuan Dennis udah level ngeselin banget. Tapi ya itu yang bikin hubungan mereka unik. Adit punya sifat sabar dan mau terus membantu Dennis, walaupun kadang dia kelihatan udah kehabisan kesabaran. Jadi ya walaupun si Dennis gak pernah bisa jadi pahlawan dan selalu butuh bantuan Adit, dia tetap ada dalam cerita sebagai pengingat bahwa kadang kita semua butuh seseorang yang bisa bantuin kita. Tapi ini yang harus digarisbawahi, kalau terus-terusan jadi beban gini ya Dennis jangan berharap Adit bakal terus-terusan bantu dia. Dan gimana kalau menurut kamu sendiri? Kesel juga gak sih sama karakter Dennis ini? Coba dituliskan di kolom komentar unek-unek kamu, oke?
Good video BTW. Oh my god. Apa ya? Udah mau jam 7 sih. Tidur gue ya. Kenapa pemerintah bodo amat lah anjing, AI. Sumpah kayak kagak ada orang yang bisa bikin animasi aja anjing, mesti pakai AI. Drum. Oh, apa plot film. Apa sih sebelum plot game si Drum? Lu nyuruh lu nonton gak anjing? Biasanya lu lari nonton kayak ginian. Ceritanya bagus walaupun AI. Kayak gimana sih?
Halo guys, kembali lagi di channel Drum dan selamat datang di Plot Angel Engine.
How to find the Angel Engine.
Ketika kehidupan manusia benar-benar hancur dan mendekati kepunahan, maka mereka akan melakukan apapun untuk bertahan hidup, termasuk dengan
ini game atau dari video deh yang dia yang dirangkum.
Kira-kira itulah tema kelam yang dibawakan oleh Angel Engine, sebuah analog horor garapan seorang user TikTok bernama The Unearthly Hub yang belakangan ini sedang ramai diperbincangkan. Sang kreator yaitu The Unearthly Hub adalah otak di balik cerita mengerikan Angel Engine, sedangkan untuk visual yang dihadirkan merupakan hasil generate AI. Terbagi menjadi beberapa part dan masih berlanjut hingga saat ini, Angel Engine menyajikan ceritanya melalui berbagai penggambaran yang terkesan sangat mengganggu. Selain itu, setting waktu ceritanya juga agak tidak beraturan. Jadi, melalui video kali ini, kami akan membahas alur tiap part.
Kentara banget AI-nya anjir.
Nanti akan kami coba susun melalui babak penjelasan. Pada part pertama, kita dipertemukan dengan sesosok makhluk mengerikan yang sedang membicarakan soal bagaimana cara mengurung malaikat. Kita sebut saja makhluk ini sebagai Angel One. Ada beberapa step, mulai dari mengeksploitasi sumber daya planet manusia, membasmi satwa liar, membiarkan manusia jatuh ke dalam kekacauan, melihat bagaimana peradaban manusia sudah mendekati kepunahan dan manusia yang tersisa hanya bisa berdoa, sampai akhirnya tibalah malaikat di bumi. Malaikat datang untuk membantu manusia keluar dari kesengsaraan. Namun manusia justru memanfaatkan kebaikan sang malaikat dengan menangkap dan mengurungnya menggunakan sebuah mesin bernama Angel Engine. Dengan menggunakan Angel Engine, manusia dapat menyerap seluruh energi sang malaikat dan menjadikan energi tersebut sebagai kekuatan tak terbatas untuk mengembalikan peradaban manusia ke masa kejayaan.
Return your planet to its former glory, prophet.
Pada part 2, kita bertemu dengan sosok makhluk mengerikan lainnya, kita sebut saja sebagai Angel 2. Ia memberitahu bagaimana cara menemukan Angel Engine, yaitu dengan menempuh perjalanan panjang menuju Tanah Suci, mencari area tandus yang dipenuhi dengan duri-duri raksasa, dan berjalan sampai tiba di area pemakaman. Setelah memberitahukan hal ini, Angel 2 tiba-tiba menyuruh kita untuk melihatnya dan memohon agar dibebaskan, berjanji akan memberikan upah yang setimpal bila kita membebaskannya.
Release me. Your wage will be plentiful.
Dan pada part 3, baik Angel 1 maupun Angel 2 sama-sama muncul dan sedang berupaya memperingatkan kita akan kedatangan dia yang sangat berbahaya.
Siapa tuh dia?
Untuk memudahkan saja, sosok dia akan kita sebut sebagai Deceiver. Angel 2 meminta kita untuk tidak membiarkan Deceiver masuk ke dalam diri kita, sedangkan Angel 1 memperingatkan kita untuk jangan tertipu oleh Deceiver. Keduanya kemudian saling bergantian memperingatkan, mengatakan bahwa Deceiver bukanlah seorang teman dan akan membawa kita pada kesesatan. Tidak lama lagi, Deceiver akan datang. Video kemudian diakhiri dengan Angel 1 dan Angel 2 yang seolah berebutan untuk ditemukan. Keduanya sama-sama mengaku akan membantu.
Find me. Find me. I will help you. Help.
Part 4 membawa kita pada sudut pandang seorang dokter bernama Dr. Jeff Earnsman yang sedang menyerap energi sang malaikat menggunakan Angel Engine. Sang malaikat meminta tolong, namun Dr. Earnsman tampak tidak peduli dan menjelaskan penemuannya dengan bangga. Ia mengatakan bahwa energi yang diserap dari sang malaikat bersifat tak terbatas. Dengan kata lain, mereka bisa menggunakannya untuk menghidupkan dunia sampai kapanpun. Satu hal menarik dalam part 4 adalah kemunculan sosok misterius yang tampak sedang mengintip. Sosok ini akan terus muncul sampai part-part berikutnya. Tidak hanya sampai di situ, penjelasan sang dokter kemudian terpotong oleh sebuah tayangan yang menunjukkan pesan darurat. Sistem keamanan nasional sedang berada dalam bahaya. Sosok mengerikan yang sama mengintip dari bawah.
Tujuan nih ceritanya
tayangan menunjukkan seorang presiden Amerika Serikat yang sedang menyampaikan pesan kepada seluruh warga Amerika, memberitahu mengenai situasi berbahaya yang akan mereka hadapi dan perang besar yang akan segera terjadi. Anehnya, pada kesempatan-kesempatan tertentu, wajah sang presiden seolah diambil alih oleh entitas misterius. Dan tiap kali hal itu terjadi, kita bisa mendengar pesan-pesan ancaman, seperti dia tidak berasal dari bumi, spesiesmu akan musnah, dan kotamu akan hancur. Di saat yang bersamaan, sosok mengerikan menampakkan diri di belakang sang presiden. Part 5, Angel 1 mengaku ia baru saja melintasi jurang waktu demi menyampaikan sebuah pesan pada kita, yang dimana isi pesannya merupakan penegasan kembali tentang sosok Deceiver alias Tia. Angel 1 memberitahu bahwa ia bukanlah Deceiver, jangan sampai salah, karena Deceiver memiliki perawakan yang cukup mirip dengannya. Kita tidak akan bisa menahan Deceiver, dan tidak lama lagi Deceiver akan terbebas dari kurungannya dan berupaya menghancurkan kita. Untuk itu, jangan pernah membiarkannya masuk. Setelah mendengar peringatan dari Angel 1, video dilanjutkan dengan sebuah berita merinci soal sebuah menara tinggi yang dinamai sebagai Menara Babel kedua. Terdiri dari 200.000 pekerja dan berlokasi di Negev Desert, Menara Babel kedua merupakan tempat dilakukannya uji coba Angel Engine. Saat tayangan berita memperdengarkan pernyataan Dr. Earnsman mengenai Angel Engine yang diklaim sebagai teknologi masa depan umat manusia, sosok mengerikan lagi-lagi mengintip. Bagaimanapun itu, berdasarkan laporan dari seorang jurnalis, dikatakan bahwa ada jutaan orang yang merasa khawatir dan mulai menyuarakan ketidaksetujuan mereka terhadap pengembangan Angel Engine, terlebih karena para ilmuwan menjebak malaikat sungguhan di dalam mesin tersebut, sesuatu yang sangat tidak etis. Part 6 merupakan sebuah iklan. Iklan dimulai dengan seorang murid SMA yang selalu mendapat nilai jelek, sampai-sampai ia khawatir tidak bisa diterima di universitas impian. Di saat itu juga, Dr. Huntsman datang menemuinya dan menawarkan kesempatan untuk mendapat edukasi yang bagus, terlepas dari bagaimana laporan nilai sang murid berantakan. Caranya adalah dengan mendaftarkan diri sebagai relawan melalui website www.angelengineinitiative.org. Para relawan akan dianggap sebagai seorang pahlawan yang berjasa untuk negara. Mendengar hal ini, sang murid langsung mendaftarkan dirinya tanpa pikir panjang. Namun begitu iklan selesai, kita diperlihatkan wujud dari sang murid yang sangat berantakan. Ia menjadi korban subjek eksperimen gagal.
Well, and there goes another test subject.
Membuka link yang tertera akan mengarahkan kita pada sebuah website pendaftaran untuk menjadi pasien relawan eksperimen Angel Engine. Tertarik?
Menarik nih.
Angel 2 memberitahu kita bagaimana cara bertahan hidup di tanah suci, yaitu dengan menyiapkan kebutuhan pangan dan minum yang cukup, jangan sampai terlihat oleh makhluk ganas yang disebut sebagai The Forgotten One, dan jangan pernah melihat ke arah langit karena itu akan membuat mata kita meleleh. Angel 2 juga kemudian memberitahu bahwa Deceiver ada di tanah suci, jadi tutup mata dan telingamu, jangan pernah berhenti melangkah, nanti ia akan menangkapmu. Sekilas sesuatu tiba-tiba muncul dan mengatakan, aku melihatmu. Sebelum kemudian Angel 2 lanjut memperingati kita untuk jangan mempercayai Deceiver.
Do not believe the deceiver.
Setelah part 7, kita mendapat sebuah video yang terasa sangat mengganggu, menunjukkan Angel 2 yang melantunkan puisi berjudul Boots garapan Rudyard Kipling. Tayangan yang muncul benar-benar acak dan semakin lama semakin mengerikan.
Moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. Don't look at what's in front of you. Moving up and down again. Men go mad with watching them. There's no discharge.
Sumpah gue masih nggak bisa banget lihat AI anjir.
Part 8, sang malaikat yang terkurung di dalam Angel Engine mengungkapkan rasa sayangnya pada manusia, sedangkan Dr. Huntsman lanjut menjelaskan soal penelitian yang ia lakukan, mengatakan bahwa kecerdasan intelektual sang malaikat benar-benar jauh melampaui manusia, sehingga ia tidak bisa mendapatkan hasil yang ideal saat mencoba untuk mengukur tingkat kecerdasannya. Sang malaikat sempat memohon untuk dibebaskan, namun seperti biasa Dr. Huntsman tidak peduli. Kini ia mendemonstrasikan salah satu kekuatan yang mereka dapatkan dengan menyerap energi sang malaikat. Tepat di sampingnya adalah seorang pria muda yang meninggal 24 jam yang lalu, sampai-sampai sekujur tubuhnya sudah mulai membusuk. Nah, dengan menyerap energi sang malaikat, mereka bisa mengembalikan kondisi tubuh pria muda tersebut ke sedia kala. Namun di saat yang bersamaan, tindakan ini menyakiti sang malaikat. Sampai saat skrip video ini dibuat, cerita Angel Engine masih sampai pada part 8. Tapi cerita apa yang coba disampaikan oleh analog horror ini? Mari kita bahas pada babak penjelasan.
Menarik sih, coba.
Seperti
Graverso AI sih.
Pada bagian awal video, peletakan setting waktu dalam cerita Angel Engine agak tidak beraturan. Terkadang ada di masa kini dan terkadang ada di masa lalu. Untuk itu, pembahasan dalam babak penjelasan juga akan melompat-lompat dari satu part ke part lainnya. Semuanya bermula ketika planet bumi mengalami kehancuran total, sumber daya terkuras habis, dan satwa liar mengalami kepunahan. Kondisi ini membuat kehidupan manusia menjadi sangat kacau dan berantakan. Manusia yang masih bertahan hanya bisa menghabiskan waktu mereka untuk berdoa, berharap Sang Pencipta akan menyelamatkan mereka dari kesengsaraan. Tidak lama kemudian, doa manusia dikabulkan melalui kedatangan malaikat ke bumi. Namun, di titik ini, melihat kemampuan yang dimiliki oleh sang malaikat, manusia seketika menjadi haus akan kekuasaan dan egois, sampai pada titik di mana mereka mengkhianati kebaikan hati sang malaikat. Manusia menangkap sang malaikat dan mengurungnya di dalam menara Babel kedua untuk diteliti dan dijadikan sebagai subjek eksperimen. Orang yang memimpin eksperimen gila ini adalah Dr. Jeff Earnsman, yang dimana bersama kurang lebih 200.000 pekerja lainnya, ia menciptakan Angel Engine, sebuah mesin yang dirancang khusus untuk menyerap energi sang malaikat. Tapi, apa yang mendasari tindakan Dr. Earnsman? Pada part 3, Angel 1 dan Angel 2 memperingatkan kita mengenai Deceiver, sosok misterius yang sangat berbahaya. Deceiver tidak lain dan tidak bukan adalah sosok mengerikan yang kerap kali mengintip. Dan kalau kita perhatikan, ia selalu muncul di dekat dua orang, yaitu Dr. Earnsman dan Presiden Amerika Serikat. Berdasarkan hal ini, kami berpendapat bahwa bersamaan dengan datangnya malaikat ke bumi, sesosok iblis yang disebut sebagai Deceiver juga turun ke bumi untuk mengacaukan rencana sang malaikat. Ia memanipulasi manusia untuk menjadi serakah dan egois, menipu tiap manusia dengan menyusupi sebuah ide di mana satu-satunya cara untuk mengembalikan peradaban manusia ke sedia kala adalah dengan menyerap energi sang malaikat. Dari sinilah para manusia termasuk Dr. Earnsman mulai mengurung sang malaikat di dalam Angel Engine dan mengeksploitasi energinya sebanyak mungkin. Namun di sisi lain ada jutaan orang lain yang masih memiliki akal sehat, sehingga mereka berusaha menghentikan eksperimen Angel Engine pimpinan Dr. Earnsman yang dianggap tidak etis. Apapun itu, Dr. Earnsman tetap meneruskan penelitiannya, dan ini adalah
gue suka sih yang bagian yang baca puisinya ini.
Era kegelapan. Dr. Earnsman tidak akan ragu untuk mengorbankan manusia biasa dalam eksperimen yang ia lakukan. Salah satu korbannya adalah seorang murid SMA. Tubuhnya berakhir hancur dan tidak berbentuk sebagai akibat dari kegagalan eksperimen. Menanggapi hal ini, Dr. Earnsman tampak tidak peduli. Ia menganggap sang murid sebagai makhluk yang tidak lebih dari tikus percobaan. Sampai akhirnya ada waktu ketika Dr. Earnsman berhasil memanfaatkan energi sang malaikat untuk mengembalikan kondisi jasad seorang pria muda yang sudah membusuk kembali ke sedia kala.
As you can see, the boy has been healed completely.
Selain Dr. Earnsman, Presiden Amerika Serikat juga dimanipulasi oleh Deceiver. Itulah kenapa wajahnya terkadang berubah menjadi menyeramkan dan ia tiba-tiba seolah mengancam manusia dengan menyebut soal sosok mengerikan yang akan menghancurkan spesies manusia. Melalui tayangan darurat, sang presiden berusaha memperingatkan warga Amerika akan sebuah perang besar, di mana dikatakan bahwa musuh mereka telah menyiapkan persenjataan nuklir. Nah, mengenai pernyataan sang presiden, kami masih belum bisa menentukan apakah pernyataan itu merupakan bagian dari manipulasi Deceiver untuk mengacaukan Amerika atau justru merupakan tanggapan dari sang presiden setelah ia sadar akan keberadaan Deceiver yang berusaha mengambil alih dirinya. Apapun itu, pada akhirnya Deceiver berhasil mengacaukan rencana sang malaikat. Terbukti dari bagaimana peradaban manusia tidak mengalami kepulihan sama sekali, melainkan justru semakin hancur dan berantakan. Hal ini ditunjukkan melalui tayangan mengerikan ketika Angel 2 melantunkan puisi berjudul Boots. Di sana kita melihat kekacauan demi kekacauan serta perang besar yang terjadi secara perlahan menghancurkan kemanusiaan itu sendiri. Nah, kisah Angel Engine kemudian dilanjutkan bertahun-tahun setelahnya, atau di sini kami sebut sebagai masa kini. Di masa kini, saat Deceiver berhasil menguasai peradaban manusia, ada dua sosok, yaitu Angel 1 dan Angel 2 yang menampakkan diri di hadapan seorang pria berjubah merah. Kita sebut sebagai hero. Tapi yang menjadi pertanyaan adalah siapakah mereka dan kenapa terkadang mereka berdua tampak saling berebutan untuk ditemukan oleh hero. Angel 1 tidak lain dan tidak bukan adalah sang malaikat, terbukti dari suaranya yang sama. Perawakan Angel One yang begitu mengerikan diakibatkan oleh energinya yang terkuras habis. Meski begitu, ia tidak pernah membenci manusia dan bahkan berusaha membantu Hero dalam melawan Deceiver. Kalau kita perhatikan, Angel One sempat melintasi jurang waktu untuk memberitahu Hero bahwa dia bukanlah aku, jangan biarkan dia memasukimu. Melihat bagaimana Angel One berusaha meyakinkan Hero bahwa Deceiver adalah makhluk yang berbeda dari dirinya, terungkap bahwa Deceiver sedang berpura-pura menjadi sang malaikat. Dari sini kami mengambil kesimpulan bahwa Angel 2 adalah penyamaran Deceiver. Sementara Angel One alias sang malaikat berusaha membimbing Hero untuk membebaskan tubuhnya dari jeratan Angel Engine, Deceiver berusaha menggagalkan rencana ini menggunakan penyamaran berupa Angel 2. Deceiver bahkan sampai memberikan informasi soal cara bertahan hidup di Tanah Suci dan sesaat merubah wajahnya menjadi wajah sang malaikat saat melantunkan puisi Boots demi mendapatkan kepercayaan dari Hero. Bisa jadi semua informasi yang ia berikan adalah kebohongan agar ia bisa menjebak Hero. Bagaimanapun juga, nasib sang malaikat dan peradaban manusia ada di tangan Hero. Apakah ia akan berhasil membebaskan sang malaikat dari kekangan Angel Engine atau justru tertipu oleh Deceiver? Yang pastinya, cerita Angel Engine belum berakhir. Sang kreator sendiri mengaku bahwa dasar pembuatan cerita Angel Engine sebenarnya bermula dari pandangannya mengenai manusia yang kerap kali mengabaikan soal perubahan iklim dan pemanasan global. Siapa sangka pandangan seperti
gara-gara gue nonton video ini orang, gue jadi pengen nonton Evangelion anjir. Soalnya menyangkut soal manusia sama malaikat gini.
Angel Engine menurut pendapat kami pribadi. Seperti biasa, kalau kalian punya pendapat lain atau ingin menambahkan,
apa ya sebenarnya
di kolom komentar di bawah. Request bisa dengan reply komen yang kami pin atau DM ke Instagram kami di @room1.
Di 1-2 part bagian AI-nya itu kayak cocok-cocok aja gitu loh untuk apa, untuk bikin analog horror. Cuman kayak ada di beberapa bagian lain. Ya namanya juga AI ya. AI itu kan nggak pernah konsisten anjing kalau bikin art style itu. Makanya itu yang ganggu gue banget. Kayak di bagian sini style-nya udah kayak gini, tiba-tiba di yang berikutnya style-nya kayak anime jadul lah apa segala macem. Jelek banget anjing, nggak kesel sendiri gue nontonnya. Gue suka sih anjing apa cerita-cerita analog horror gini. Karena kalau sekali disturbing ya disturbing banget anjing. Kayak apa ya, kayak yang si Angel 1 sama Angel 2-nya itu, yang di bagian itu mah AI-nya masih bagus sih, masih oke-oke aja, masih masuk lah gitu kalau untuk lu bikin apa analog horror gitu. Cuma kalau di bagian-bagian lainnya untuk B-roll-nya itu nggak banget anjing. Apalagi kayak di bagian si yang Profesor Evil-nya itu, yang siapa lah tuh namanya anjing, nggak tahu gua. Itu style-nya udah beda-beda banget. Deceiver-nya juga style-nya beda, B-roll-nya beda. Iya beda jauh banget anjing. Capek nontonnya. Makanya emang AI itu nggak bakalan bisa anjing ngalahin manusia kalau untuk masalah konsistensi ya. Konsistensi dalam art maksud gua. Ya bang, udah jam 7 anjing. It's time to go to bed, I guess. Ini apaan sih, Mamat nanya. Ya udahlah bang, segini aja stream gua. Apa, thank you udah bantu lagi temenin gua ngerjain kerjaan sampai ngantuk. So yeah, see you on the next stream. Dan next streamnya bakal RP lagi sih. Wah, mampus lu, gua peras anjing GTA RP sampai kenyang.